The forest was never supposed to be this quiet. In the game everyone knew as Do Not Steal the Bubu, silence was the first warning that something had gone terribly wrong. The Bubu, an adorable, fluffy, innocent creature, was usually found bouncing around its little nest, humming, glowing, and absolutely refusing to stay still. But tonight, the air felt frozen, as if the entire forest held its breath. And that's when the message appeared across your screen. Whatever you do not steal the Bubu. Of course, that made you want to steal it even more. You pushed deeper into the trees, your flashlight flickering like it knew what kind of trouble you were getting into. The shadows grew strange, bending with the wind even when the leaves didn't move. At first, you thought it was just part of the game's atmosphere, until you heard the rustle behind you. A soft patter. Tiny feet. Something watching. Then you finally found it. The Bubu sat on a stump, glowing softly like a floating lantern. It blinked its giant eyes at you, tilting its head as if asking why you were staring. For a moment, you considered walking away, obeying the warning, staying safe. But no one plays this game to be safe. You reached out. The Bubu squeaked once, short, surprised, and suddenly everything changed. The forest exploded with red light. Sirens howled in the distance. The trees themselves seemed to start shaking. And far behind you, deep within the heart of the woods, something enormous roared. You have stolen the Bubu. The ground cracked beneath your feet as you sprinted toward the path, carrying the trembling creature in your arms. The whispering started almost immediately, voices swirling around you, repeating the same phrase in tones that shifted from calm to furious. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. You refused. Branches snapped overhead as enormous shadow creatures emerged from the tree line. Their bodies were all wrong. Too tall, too thin, moving too fast for their size. Their eyes glowed white like broken headlights as they hunted through the underbrush. One of them sniffed the air, turning its elongated head toward you, smelling the stolen creature. You bolted through the darkness, ducking behind fallen logs, sliding under roots, running toward the abandoned cabin you spotted earlier. You slammed the door behind you, your breath shaking, the Bubu shivering in your hands. It stared up at you with those huge, innocent eyes, as an enormous claw dragged slowly across the outside of the wooden wall, scraping deep grooves into the planks. The lights in the cabin flickered. Something tapped on the window. Once, twice, 3 slow taps, then silence. You knew this wasn't over. You needed answers. And so the journey began. Through mines, where the echoes of lost players whispered your name. Across a swamp, filled with glowing eyes lurking just beneath the water. Into a crumbling temple, where ancient murals showed the Bubu being worshipped like a forest guardian. The truth emerged slowly. The Bubu wasn't just a cute creature. It was the heart of the forest, the soul that kept the shadows from devouring everything. And you had stolen it. Now the forest wanted balance. The shadows wanted revenge. And the Bubu wanted, well, snacks, apparently, because it kept eating the leaves off your shoulder. Each location you reached grew darker and stranger. Sometimes the world shifted behind you when you weren't looking. Sometimes the creatures followed silently, watching from inches away before vanishing when you turned. Sometimes you saw other players, ghostly silhouettes, running parallel to your path, trapped in loops of their own decisions. Forever reliving the moment they stole the Bubu and failed to fix what they'd broken. But you were determined not to fail. The final challenge came when you reached the stone circle at the center of the forest. The moon overhead cracked open like an eye, shining directly onto the altar. The shadows gathered around you, forming a wall of dripping darkness. The leader stepped forward, taller than the rest, with a crown of twisted branches and a voice like grinding metal. "Return what you stole," it said, "or the forest falls." You held the Bubu tightly. It squeaked once and nuzzled your chest. You realized then that you weren't meant to return it. You were meant to protect it. So you stepped forward, placed the Bubu gently on the altar, not as a sacrifice, but as a guardian. The creature glowed brighter, its light spreading like fire across the ground. The shadows hissed, melting away as the forest began to heal itself. Leaves unfurled. The cracked moon stitched itself whole. The trees straightened and stood tall once more. The forest accepted your choice. And then, with a final bright flash, the Bubu looked back at you, blinked twice in gratitude, and vanished into a beam of light, restored to its rightful place, safe from the hands of those who would take it for selfish reasons. Your screen faded to black. You did not steal the Bubu, you saved it. And as the credits rolled, you knew one thing for sure. You would absolutely play it again.